A few decades ago, competitive gaming existed only in small computer clubs and university laboratories. Nobody imagined that video games would eventually fill stadiums, unite millions of people online, and become a global industry worth billions of dollars. Esports are no longer just entertainment. They have become a reflection of historical changes in technology, globalization, media, and modern society itself. The rapid growth of esports raises important historical and social questions. Why did esports become so popular in 21st century? Can esports really be considered a sport? How has technology changed people's lifestyles through gaming? And what role does Kazakhstan play in the global esports industry?
The rise of esports was driven by technological progresses. In 1970s and 18s, gaming competitions were just small events in universities and arcades, but nobody imagined them as a future industry. Everything changed in the 1990s with the internet and speed of computers. Multiplayer games connected players globally, making a competitive game international. A major turning point occurred in South Korea after the 1997 economic crisis. The government invested heavily in high-speed internet infrastructure, turning esports into a part of popular culture with professional teams and sponsors and television tournaments. The 2010s streaming platforms completely transformed in the industry. High-speed internet, globalization, and streaming allowed millions of people to watch tournaments online everywhere in the world, turning esports into global businesses. Today, esports tournaments attract audience rivaling traditional sports. Big brands sponsor teams, universities.
Now let us examine esports in Kazakhstan. The history of Kazakh esports began in the early 2000s when internet clubs became popular among young people. Games like Counter-Strike helped create the first gaming communities. At first, esports was not taken seriously in Kazakhstan. Many people believed gaming was only entertainment and had no future. However, globalization and internet development gradually changed public opinion. Young people in Kazakhstan began following international tournaments and participating in online competitions. An important historical step was the creation of Kazakh Cybersport Federation in 2018. This organization officially supported esports development in the country. This development reflects larger historical changes inside Kazakhstan itself. The country is becoming more connected to the global digital culture and modern technologies. At the same time, Kazakhstan still faces several problems like limited investment, lack of professional esports education.
From a historical and social perspective, esports has both advantages and disadvantages. One major advantage is skill development. Esports improves teamwork, communication, concentration, and fast decision making. Professional players train regularly, follow strict rules, and compete internationally, which is why many people consider esports a real sport. Esports also creates economic opportunities. Today, people can work not only as players but also as streamers, coaches, programmers, designers, and tournament organizers. In addition, esports connects people from different countries and cultures through online platforms. However, there are also serious concerns. Excessive gaming may cause addiction, health problems, and social isolation. Another issue is commercialization. In our opinion, esports is a historical result of technological progress. Therefore, it should be developed responsibly with balance between gaming, education, health, and real life.
To conclude, esports is not simply about video games. It is a historical phenomenon connected with globalization, technological progress, and the rise of digital culture. The history from esports demonstrates how society changed from industrial age to the information age. Over time, gaming evolved from a hobby into international industry, with professional athletes, sponsors, and millions of fans. Kazakhstan also became part of this historical process. Although esports developed here later than in some countries, today Kazakhstan is actively entering the global esports community. In our opinion, esports should be recognized as an important part of modern society because it reflects the future of the technology and communication. At the same time, esports development must be controlled responsibly. Young people should combine gaming with education, physical health, and personal development. We believe that Kazakhstan has strong potential in esports.